Hello, my friends, and welcome back. It is Sunday, December 17th, 2023. I'm the Drunk Poker. 'Tis beer time. We have an important message from our pals there at Short Finger Brewing in Kitchener. Rob reached out to a bunch of people. So this is Reducto. This brew was brewed back in 2019 in a collaboration with the now defunct Half Hours on Earth. You remember Half Hours on Earth? Very eco-conscious, very out there with their beers and mixed fermentation stuff. They closed up shop a couple years ago, and they went on to focus on other things. Here's the thing. Rob from Short Finger has finally decided this beer is ready. Now, it is a Saison fermentation with 50% Zinfandel juice, then faced an Arctic chill at minus 30, freezing half its volume. And then it was matured 3.5 years in second-use white wine barrels, bottle conditioned in the summer of 2023. It drinks akin to a dessert wine. So it took about 4 years to create this. This was brewed in collaboration. Problem is, Rob can't find Chris and Kristen from Half Hours on Earth. They've disappeared. So he's asked us to help out. So if you know where the folks from Half Hours on Earth went to, where they got to, Rob would like to know that the beer's being released. It is an interesting beer. It is 11.9%, so probably more. I was going to have it the other day and realized I didn't have a frigging corkscrew. Who doesn't have a corkscrew in their house? The guy who drinks beer, probably. So this is a very interesting beer. 4 years in the making. Half Hours on Earth was a tremendous brewery. Short Finger does great stuff as well. I haven't been out there in a long time. Again, I don't travel as much as I used to. Perhaps I will at some point. But we're going to get into this now. To try and help find Chris and Kristen, I hear there's a magnum of Reducto for whoever can help find them. So if you know where they are, you let Rob at Short Finger know, and he'll be able to help you out. It's a very interesting beer. It's not cheap. It was $18. But this is the kind of beer that you have to wait on. So yeah, I don't know. I hope they can find them. Half Hours on Earth made some great friggin' beer. They really, really did. And I was sad to see them go, but they had other things they wanted to do. And I understand that. So I wonder where they went to. Like, it's a very strange thing. It's a very cool label, by the way, too, if you want to see that. It's very cool. This is not going to be your typical beer, and I like that. Short Finger also makes very, very nice Pilsner lager. You know what I mean? They make a very nice lager. They make beers that they want to drink, right? Interesting stuff. Cheers. And let's find Half Hours on Earth. He's very right. It does have this kind of grapey, winey feel to it. It definitely is a very soft carbonation. You're certainly getting a full face of kind of like a funky grape, like a funky wine. It's quite delicious. It's a very strange beer, man. Like it and I like this stuff because this is not your ordinary. Like, I drank a lot of IPAs last night. Right? I had an IPA in like 8 days or whatever it was. So I had like 4 or 5 IPAs last night. It was fantastic. I love it. However, you don't want to drink that every day, right? And sometimes you want to step into the ordinary and get something a little funky. Yeah, like that kind of zest for life, man. That's what good beer is, right? And it's not always the same thing. This is a very strange beer, man, and I dig it. I dig it. It has almost like this kind of honeyed existence to it, and I don't mean in terms of sweetness. It does have a little bit of sweetness too. The funk is there. It's dry, acidic, tart. Wow, it just kind of lingers at the back there, and it has this very soft feel. That's excellent. Okay, so there you go. If you know, reach out to Old Polk. I'll put you in touch with Rob there at the Short Finger. If you know where Chris and Kristen are, and Kyle and Kristen, Kyle and Kristen. If you know where they are, help us find them because Rob wants to share this beer with them, the beer they created. All right, Polk loves you. Thanks again, Short Finger. Always glad to help. I hope you find Kyle and Kristen. Where are you, Kyle and Kristen? Cheers. This is not the kind of thing that you pound. This is a very slow sipper, and I'm appreciating. There's like apple notes now, like pear. Like, it's complex, and it's growing more complex by the sip, and that is something I can absolutely get behind. Well done, Short Finger, and Half Hours on Earth, wherever you are.